Hey everybody, this is Nicole with Nicole Conway Speaks, and I wanted to jump in here for a second and talk to you about fear. I signed up to submit papers to do a conference in Texas that will not be launched until February, but we did pre-recording before it launches so they can do all the editing and get it straight, especially during these times of Zoom. You can do those things in advance instead of everything being live and you making mistakes. Okay, so I had between November 30th to December 10th to get this done. So I've been doing everything else except for that. Well, I really believe that there was a fear factor there. I felt like, oh, I'll get it. And then I would get nervous because I had to share, and which I've never done. I had to share my slides while I'm speaking, and then making sure it's a lot going on at one time. You know, when you're a presenter, you get your stuff together and you present, and that's it. You don't have to worry about recording and pausing or holding a sheet of paper up to say, edit that out and let's keep going. So it was different for me. And I noticed that I'm the type of person that when it comes to change and doing something a little different, I'm a little hesitant. I really believe that hesitation came from my childhood. Not from my childbearing, but just being around certain people and experience certain things of not having enough people say, oh, you can do it, you keep going, you got this, you're smart, you're this, you're that. And then you're around children your age. Of course, they're not going to say anything. They're going to tease you and talk to you about how thick your glasses are. And I used to have to wear a patch over my eye. You know, I had a lot of factors. I always thought that I was I always thought I was overweight. And I thought that my hair was nappy and I wasn't pretty and I didn't fit in. I just had a lot of different things going on. So since I didn't have that constantly encouragement of you can do this, you're strong, you got this, just jump out there, I never had that fearless thing of doing stuff. In some areas, yes, but I still have to pump myself up and boost myself up to go ahead and do it. But in this case, because it was something new that I've never done before. I've done Zooms, but I've never done Zoom with the PowerPoint presentation while I'm trying to speak. And I know that they're going to edit it and stuff, but it's just the whole thought of it. So as you're going through the process of recording, you keep making all these mistakes. And they gave us the option in the beginning that if you make a mistake, hold up something, a piece of paper or a book, and say, so they'll know that's where they need to edit and you can start over. And I did that several times. And it's easy. You can easily give up in that space where you're saying, you know what, just forget this. Or give up, shut the whole thing down, and start all over from scratch. Well, instead of doing that, I operated doing it scared. Sometimes you just have to do things scared. That has been pushing me so much this year, operating and doing things scared. Learning how to put the YouTube video together, how to put, the right words, the hashtags, the whole nine. That was an uncomfortable space, but I operated it scared and I just did it. So basically what I'm coming on here to talk to you about is do it scared. Who cares what people have to say? If you are doing what you are purposed to do, it doesn't even matter what anybody has to say. And for years, I paralyzed myself by staying in that space of, well, I wonder what people are going to say. I wonder how people are going to accept me. Well, how is this going to come out? It's going to be horrible. I stopped the self-sabotaging talk. And I just said, you know what? I'm just going to do it. I'll be scared doing it. I'm just going to do it anyway. Every Monday on Facebook on my page, I do a motivational Monday. And it's maybe 5 minutes long, if that. And when I first started doing those, I was not consistent. I would do one, months would pass, and then I'd come back. And it was because I was scared. I was worried about what people were going to say and think about what I have to say. But if God gives you a purpose and he gives you something that he wants to people to hear, which it affects you first, but then the people that you're presenting it to, it needs to go out. So I would tell myself, and my husband and I had this conversation before, who are you keeping from getting what they need by not putting it out there? So that's just a little something to marinate on. So now, even when I'm afraid, I do it anyway. At the end, I can maybe give myself some accolades. Girl, you did that. You did that. Sometimes you got to pump yourself up. Something I do when I speak to people, I talk about having a theme song. And my thing is Charlie Boy. On my mama, on my hood. That's my jam. It's old, but it pumps me up and it just makes me just feel like I'm invincible. So before I do things, I play that song mentally in my head. Or sometimes I listen to it. But if you're about to approach a stage and you're about to talk to all these people that are in front of you, you got to pump yourself up some kind of way. So if you have not gotten a theme song, I don't care what kind of theme song it is. It could be country western, it could be jazz, it could be something ratchet, it could be gospel, whatever it is. Pick a theme song. So when you're about to do something that you feel like you're going to be fearful in, play that theme song in your head. Believe me, it will calm you down. This is Nicole with Nicole. This is Nicole. Nicole Conway Speaks. Make sure that you take care of yourself and each other. And until next time, make sure you govern yourselves accordingly. All right, have a good day.